professor of infectious diseases at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Let's touch on that story that's new this morning about the placenta. Is this a big enough study? Does this have merit for you?
Yeah, no, this has a lot of merit, and it explains a lot what's going on. Unvaccinated women who have stillbirth are twice as likely to have stillbirth, but from 155, 1 in 155 to 1 in 80. That's 2 times more likely to have this. So it explains a lot of the problems in pregnancy with COVID.
Also talk about this this new variant of Omicron. People think we're at the tail end of this, and we keep hearing these variants get lesser and lesser the longer we go. Do we have to worry about this new one?
Well, we're worrying about it because we're living with it. It's 50% more contagious than the original Omicron. Fortunately, all the vaccines and monoclonal antibodies, all that stuff is good for this BA2 stealth variant versus the original. But it's more transmissible. It's easier to get.
All right, let's take a look at viewer questions. My wife and I received our COVID boosters 6 months ago with Pfizer. I am 75 and my wife is in her late 60s. One of us is a little overweight and the other is a lot overweight. No other chronic health issues. We are concerned that people are going to throw caution to the wind considering reduced mask mandates. Should we consider another booster shot?
Well, you're right about throwing this. These people are absolutely right about throwing caution to the wind. We're not ready to let go yet. I mean, we're not ready to get back to anything close to normal. We still have 86,000 people in the hospital and 2,400 people dying per day. There is not an approved vaccine, though, after that first booster. Now, they're 75 years old, and this recommendation is likely to change as more data comes in. They're probably still very protected at this point.
Okay, next question. My husband had COVID in late December and has recently been exposed again. With the immunities he has, could he be a carrier of the latest infection and need to quarantine?
Now, if he had Omicron, he would be okay for at least 3 months. That's true. But at the end of December, a lot of people still had Delta. So since we don't know, he should quarantine.
All right.
Next question, will a mask protect me even if no one else is wearing one?
Yes, but your protection is reduced by half because the other person is, spreading virus and you're being protected. So the mask works both ways, giving and receiving. But it's still better that she wears a mask.
I think people are at the point, I'm sure you hear about this, they have fatigue about all of this. So masks are, whether we like it, it sounds like they're going away at the end of February. So how worried should people be? Are we moving away from that pandemic phase? Give people perspective on all this.
Robin, we don't know yet. We thought in the middle of the summer, just after July 4th, when the numbers were really, really low, you had some of the pundits saying, oh, no more waves are coming. And all of a sudden, at the end of the summer, August and September, we have a Delta peak. In the middle, in the summer. This is not supposed to happen with these respiratory things. Then we had the regular peak, around the holidays, the winter holidays. It's not going away. There's too much of it in the world. There's going to be another variant. Keep your mask handy. And especially if you are at risk, if you've got some underlying disease and elderly or whatever, heart disease, lung disease, please be very careful. This stuff is getting more and more contagious.
All right, if you did not get your question answered, Dr. Murphy answers them bi-weekly on Northwestern University's Institute for Global Health Facebook page. You can also submit the questions via email. Go to our Morning News Facebook page, post one there. We'll talk to him again on Monday. Have a good weekend.
Hey, great. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, doctor.
Hey, Paul.